So James, let's look back at Saturday's game against FC Edinburgh to begin with. What was your thoughts over the 90 minutes?
Just exactly what I said after the game. All credit to the players. They went there and they played at a tempo that the FC Edinburgh couldn't deal with. The pitch was tricky. It will be a good pitch when it beds in. It still had a lot of the black ball stuff on it, and because it is new. And it'll be one of the better artificial surfaces when there's more games and more sessions on it. But look, it was always going to be a stuffy game because they were going to try and make it like that. They've just come up, and credit to them. I know the owner. I spoke to him when I lost my job at Dundee, and he was fantastic with me. So I was delighted when they did get promoted, but equally or more so, I was delighted that we went there and put on such a dominant display and come away with 3 points. But again, still not as pleased as I could have been, because we had numerous chances to add to the scoreline. But if that's the case every week, we're taking 3 points and missing numerous chances, but still winning with a fine margin, then I'll be a happy man. When you're performing well, you don't always get what you deserve, but I believe if you're consistently performing well, the wins will come, and that's what's been happening. We're at a level where the performances have been of a consistent level. The annoying one was all out there, but we still had enough chances in the game, so that's what I mean. The win, would have been the most important thing in that game because we would have progressed, but off the back of that, it was really important that we kept the performance levels really high, because over the course of a season, if you can perform well in 75% of your games and pick up that percentage of wins or close to that, the wins compared to the performances, then you'll be a successful side. But I've been really pleased with the performances. I've been really pleased with how the boys have adapted to what we're asking them to do, but I still believe that there is a lot more to come.
On Saturday, especially after the red card, it was a real professional performance. Bias, did that please you, that game management side of it, as well as the fact that we continued to create chances and grabbed another 2 goals?
Yeah, and people will say this is mad or it sounds strange, but I wasn't really happy when the red card came. So I've been involved in games like that as a player and as a manager. It sometimes makes it tougher. Teams then that were sitting in anyway become that bit more narrow, they become tighter, they become compact as a unit, and they're just fighting for their lives then. They're not trying to win the game, if that makes sense, because they know where they are in the game. They're a man down, where they were a goal down at the time as well. So at that point, they feel they've got a lifeline and they're just holding on for that one chance. Whether it be a set play, a deep free kick that can go direct into the goal. So I've been involved in enough of those games where it makes it really hard. I go back to one as a player where someone gets sent off in the first minute and the game finished 0-0. So it's one that I find tough. And we do work on it, like we play those scenarios. So, but it's vitally important that when a team does lose a man, that you keep on top and you keep that belief, and you probably keep the belief that they've still got the 11, and you stick to your game plan. You don't change. You don't then take your foot off the gas and knock the ball about and think it's comfortable, because that's when you can be punished, and that's where all credit has to go to the players. It was as if when FC Edinburgh get the man sent off, our players went up another level in terms of their work rate, their desire, their energy to go that extra yard to get to a ball, whether it was to cross it, whether it was to keep it in, to play quick, which I thought we'd done excellently, and moved the ball side to side as well. So no, the players were excellent again, and as I say, it's not easy, a team going down to 10 men, but they were professional, and I was pleased with the way they handled the situation.
A couple of instinctive goals by Lewis McCann and a debut goal for Chris Mockery as well. Yeah,
Lewis has been fantastic. Look, and MD can miss a penalty, he's devastated because he'd have walked away with a hat-trick and he should have had one already this season, but that will come, I've no issue about that. He's great to work with. He's raw, we know that, but we're working very hard with him to make him a better player. But more importantly, Lewis is putting the work in himself as well, which is important. There's no point in us wanting to make him a better player if he doesn't want to become one himself. He knows how good he can be, but he knows the work he has to do to get himself to the level of being a Premiership striker, if that's what he wants to be in Scotland. Or if he wants to go down the English route, then that'll be up to him, like his brother. So, but to touch on Chris's goal, I think Chris showed the reason why he's played so many games for Dundee United in the Premiership. I think I seen a stat, he was averaging 45 or 47 minutes per game for Dundee United. Now, I might be miles wrong, but that's a stat that just sticks in my head. And you can see why, because he's got the game intelligence, but Chris had the finesse and the composure when he got into that area to take that extra touch, to dictate the situation where we're getting into that area at certain times in games. And it's not going to go at the players, but everybody knows we're missing loads of chances, and I'll continue to accept that if we keep creating them, because we're working on that, and we'll start putting them away, and we will get better at putting them away. But Chris showed that finesse and just that touch to calm himself down and slot the ball past the goalkeeper, and maybe that's the reason we're, look, Chris, yeah, he's down at this level, but the reason Chris is a Premiership player at the minute, and at a Premiership club, albeit he's a League One player just now, but we need to find that in our players, and it's there. We know it's there, and it's maybe off the back of a season where we've been disappointed, and we've hit the reset button, so we're still finding our feet in terms of that real confidence in front of goal. But when that does come, we're a hard enough team to play against as it is just now, but when that confidence in front of goal comes, and that ruthlessness that we believe is there, we see it in training, when we take that out onto that pitch, then your Lewis McCanns, your people like that, it's going to be exciting to watch.
In terms of Saturday's game against Montrose, what are you expecting?
Again, another tough game. They're a side that have been together for a while. They've got a fantastic manager, in my opinion, a real hero here, and he'll get a good welcome, I'm sure. We had that with Stevie Crawford at East Fife, albeit it was away from home, and he got a nice welcome for the Dunfermline fans, which was nice, and Stuart will get the same welcome. Hopefully it's the same outcome, and we're the ones walking away with the 3 points. But he's got a well-drilled side, he's a good coach, and I've been really impressed with the work he's done over the past few seasons at that football club. It's a club that I know pretty well, because I was based up in Dundee, and I played a lot of games up there, and we played them in friendlies and cups as well, so there's no surprises there. We've seen them this season enough, but if we're not at it, then they are a team that can come here and win, so we need to make sure that we're at it, and we're at the levels we have been. And
in terms of team news, is there any injuries to update us upon?
None from Saturday, no. Chris Hamilton will obviously come back into the squad, and we'll make a decision whether he plays or not, because I thought the midfield three again were outstanding, and the job they done, and the way they rotated. It was really fluent, and you're starting to see the work that we're doing on the training pitch come onto the game now, and we're controlling games. But Saturday's another one. First of all, we'll need to win the battle, then get a foot on the ball and create chances and get this crowd behind us, because when that happens, then it's a much tougher place for the opposition team to play in, and that's the first aim, is Saturday get ourselves into the game, and then start creating chances to get this place noisy, get it vocal, get them behind us, and help us on to that positive result.